May I invite Salman Chishty ji for his words, comments and thoughts on the topic of the day. Salman sir, please, your thoughts.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As-salatu salamu alayka ya Sayyid al-Mursaleen wa rahmatul lil alameen. Greeting of peace with respect to Puja Swamiji, Sadhviji, our friend from Uganda visiting India, Sanjana ji, and the organizers of this evening. Our respect and gratitude for a cause that is so central to the soul of each and every individual, the soul of the nations across the world, and the soul of India. Coming from Ajmer Sharif, a place which resonates deeply and emotionally in the hearts of people, devotees who have been there, who have heard about it. It's a spiritual longing and belonging at the same time. And we are so blessed to be born and brought up in this blessed land of India, that every step that we take, wherever, whichever direction we go, we see that benevolence, that abundance of spiritual light and a spiritual life. This light and life complement each other when we express those feelings by translating them into practical action. Otherwise, this light and our life remains incomplete. One of the profound sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is cleanliness is half of faith. Saaf safai nifs iman. I was blessed to be in Rishikesh just 2 days back at my home. I call it the blessed ashram, Parmat Niketan of Swamiji, and by the banks of holy river Ganga, and amazing atmospheres with 160 young leaders from across the world. And they received in those 2 days and such a divine energy with dialogue, silence, and the way of service, that I'm very sure that once they go back to their respective countries and the young leaders from India who were there, they will contribute with every step that they will take in the life and the light of this holistic experience, which was a very unique experience for all of them. There also we shared this, there was a pledge. I'm going to let Sadhviji and Swamiji talk about more about that pledge, but it was really a divine call for all of the young leaders to come and be committed to this cause. So in our personal life, when we look up to the Creator and we connect to Him in our own spiritual ways, in our own practices, meditations, in our silence, it all comes to one thing, that how we are serving the Creator. And the real service is not with the prayers, with the beads, with our pilgrimages, with our chants. They are very essential and very important to shape you as a human being. But that is not the service to the Creator. That is for our own spiritual upliftment and elevation. The real service to the Creator is to humbly honestly and dedicatedly be in the service to the creation. Service towards humanity, service towards creation, khidmat-e-khalq. Hazrat Khaja Gharib Nawaz, one of the title of Khaja Moinuddin Chishti is Gharib Nawaz. Somebody who took care of the poor, the downtrodden, the strangers. One of his profound saying is that jisko jo mila is dunya mein, wo khidmat-e-khalq se mila. That whoever got anything, contentment of the heart or blessing, is true service towards humanity. All else is important for your own spiritual nourishment and development. So that commitment towards the Creator by serving the creation is translated into these services of cleanliness. The pledge here, the evening that we are all here together, it's so central. And it's a beautiful way to honor in giving the certificates and awards to the students which I just saw who have immensely done this outreach program to the villages and make people understand that how essential it is to live a holistic life with a clean environment. Importance of personal hygiene. Importance of discarding the waste that the trash that we just throw away or from our windows. What are the negative consequences? And what more beautiful way that the children are doing this? When we do this outreach program, why they are so essential? Because sometimes it's a human nature that in our own locality, in our own environment, when we are seeing everything almost every day, that doesn't impact us. But if a helping hand or somebody from outside comes and hold our hand and take us to help our own locality, that is much more powerful and long-lasting impact happen. We discussed with Swamiji about Ajmer Sharif taking care of some of the initiatives, and we'll be very, very happy if we can collaborate in any way with the organizers here of this campaign to develop the circle of love around the spiritual places in India. Of course, all the spiritual places are very clean when you go inside, because 24/7 there are people doing seva, khizmat, because it's an act of connecting themselves to these spiritual places. But at the same time, what is happening on the immediate circles or immediate lanes are the same devotees, same pilgrims, who are going with such reverence, and they are even conscious that not even their hair fall on the holy sacred precedent, but when they're outside, they lose that consciousness, and we see piles of garbage. We see piles of leftover foods. The dustbins, sometimes they're not there. Even if they're there, they're just, loaded with trash, and there's not clean enough. So if this awareness can be brought, that once you are even stepping out, it is much more a sacred trust and duty for all the devotees and pilgrims that to even keep the neighborhood clean. And take this message with them when they go back to their society, with their cities or their villages. So let's pledge to have these circles of hope, circles of love, and circles of clean and green environment around the spiritual places. Because the sohbat, the satsang, the spiritual master, the spiritual gathering, there are millions of people sitting as devoted. Every word that is spoken in such gatherings by the spiritual master is a life transformation experience for those millions of devotees. Imagine if those millions of devotees take this pledge, which our Puja Swamiji is doing so beautiful from years and years, and such a graceful change has been made. Importance of toilets, importance of cleanliness. So I, here on behalf of Ajmer Sharif Chishti Foundation, feel very committed and honored to be in the midst of achievers, awardees, young people who have practically realized that great human service in reaching out and having a dream come true of ordinary people and having the basic rights. Like water is a basic right, clean and drink water, that's a cleanliness. It's half of faith. How can we leave that important aspect by not reflecting on our surroundings? Keeping our own homes, our places of work clean is not enough. A dedicated and focused educative initiative with the neighborhoods and making them committed that at least keep 10 meters of each side of your home or restaurants or hotels around the spiritual places, or at least pledge that. We are not asking for more, go into the interior lanes or clean the whole city. 10 meters each of your side of your house, commit to that. These small initiatives will go a long way. We have seen this in practicality, people have been doing this, awareness campaign. The ambassadors who are so central to our life, whether they are celebrities, social workers, people look up to them as examples when they speak these words. It's profound. It's essential to teach this to our children, your young children, because they are the leaders, they are the caretakers of the elders, of the tradition, of our society, who will be shaping it to that moment where we can see that emergence of these young leaders, how it will be transformative. On the eve of Independence Day, we celebrate, we cherish by proudly hoisting our tricolor, putting it on our chest, on our head, on our hands, on our homes. But this celebration, is it only for a day? Or we make ourselves committed to make it a year-long celebration of independence. That is what we have to pledge, that this celebration of independence, from all that is vice or wrong in our society, we have to keep striving, keep committing ourselves, and also welcoming those committed leaders to celebrate this independence by garnering and investing in our society that will be a role model for years and years and generations to come. So it's a year-long commitment and celebration from this eve of Independence Day here in India. Thank you again for having us here with lots of du'as and blessings from Ajmer Sharif. अजमेर शरीफ में हिंदुस्तान के बारे में एक 4 लफ्ज़ों की पोइट्री कही जाती है, उससे मैं अपनी बात ख़त्म करूँगा। ये हम सुनते हुए बड़े हुए हैं कि तेरा दयार है दारुस सलाम या ख्वाजा. Darus Salam is land of peace. That this land is land of peace. I'm just translating for our friend. तेरा दयार है दारुस सलाम या ख्वाजा. नई तजल्लियाँ है सुबह शाम. That every moment there are new leaves of light, the rays of hope and light. नई तजल्लियाँ है सुबह शाम या ख्वाजा. न फिक्र में न गमे जाम तेरे मस्तों को, तेरी एक निगाह से चलता है काम या ख्वाजा. That is spiritual benevolence of the elders. So we are not in fear. Na fikr mein, we are not in worry. Na gham, na sorrow, or na khauf. We are not in fear, not in sorrow. With the divine grace of the spiritual benevolence, from Kashmir to South India, to Bengal, to Rajasthan, just that beautiful glance makes our daily life going. That's what India is. Jai Hind, Salam Alaikum.
Thank you so much, Salman Saab, and I think he's really put some fire with his words and ignited our souls. So thank you once again, and also the anecdotes that you shared, which really kind of, it's a matter of connecting dots. cleanliness is such a, or a clean India can be such a drab topic, such a, boring, uninteresting topic. But at the same time, it is something, or it can be something, or it is something which is life itself, it's environment, it's our life. This mother earth on which we live, the airs that we breathe in, the waters that we need. So I think kan mein clean or environment hai, we are there.